Can you believe it? The Boston Celtics, a franchise synonymous with championship pedigree and unwavering expectations, are not just underperforming. They are actively disappointing even their own low expectations. What if, amidst this unexpected stumble, a bold, almost audacious trade could not only salvage their immediate future, but lay the groundwork for their next dynasty, even if it means revisiting a painful past with a familiar foe? The air in Boston, usually thick with the scent of victory and the promise of banners, has been tinged with an unfamiliar bitterness this season. The Celtics, a team that entered the year with tempered expectations after a tumultuous offseason, have somehow managed to fall short even of those modest projections. Their 1-3 start is more than just a blip on the radar. It's a stark, sobering reality check for a franchise that prides itself on consistent excellence, a jarring wake-up call that the path to glory is never guaranteed. The primary catalyst for this unexpected downturn is, of course, the devastating Achilles tear suffered by their superstar Jason Tatum. His absence, expected to sideline him for a significant portion of the season, forced the Celtics' hand, leading them to shed payroll by trading away solid players and letting others walk in free agency. This wasn't a rebuild by choice, but a strategic retreat, a painful acknowledgement that without their cornerstone, this season would be about survival and future planning. It was a necessary evil, a calculated step back, to ensure a stronger leap forward. Yet, even with Tatum's eventual return looming as the beacon of hope for next season's title contention, the current roster has exposed glaring fundamental flaws. The Celtics rank well below average in both rebounding and field goal percentage, two critical metrics that underscore a profound lack of interior presence and consistent offensive efficiency. These aren't just temporary issues. They are systemic problems that will persist even when Tatum returns, threatening to undermine their championship aspirations. A team cannot consistently contend for a title if it cannot secure rebounds or convert shots at a respectable clip, regardless of the individual brilliance of its stars. The Eastern Conference, however, offers a glimmer of opportunity. It's a landscape dotted with rebuilding teams, franchises actively looking to shed veteran contracts and acquire future assets. This dynamic creates a fertile ground for the Celtics to add win-now talent, not necessarily to salvage this season, but to strategically position themselves for a triumphant return to contention next year. It's a delicate balance, a high-stakes chess match, where every move must be meticulously planned with an eye on both immediate needs and long-term vision. But here's where the story takes a truly intriguing and potentially controversial turn. The proposed solution, a mock trade that has sent ripples through the league's rumor mill, involves a familiar yet historically fraught dance partner, the Brooklyn Nets. For any longtime NBA fan, the mere mention of the Celtics and Nets engaging in a significant trade immediately conjures images of the infamous 2013 blockbuster, a deal that saw the Nets mortgage their future for aging stars Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, a desperate attempt at immediate glory that backfired spectacularly. While Boston walked away with the draft picks that ultimately became Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, it was a trade that fundamentally reshaped both franchises, launching the Celtics into their current era of contention and sending the Nets into a prolonged period of rebuilding. Understandably, the Nets would be right to be wary about dealing with their green-clad rivals again, a ghost of trades past lingering in the air. Yet, the current circumstances are vastly different, and the strategic motivations for both teams are compelling enough to overcome historical animosity. The Brooklyn Nets, unlike their past win-now-at-all-costs iteration, are firmly in the middle of a rebuild. They're not focused on making splashy moves yet, but rather on accumulating young talent and future assets. They boast an intriguing core of young backcourt talent with dynamic scorers like Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas, and they play in a big enough market to attract future free agents. Their current trajectory is about patient development and strategic asset accumulation, making them an ideal trade partner for a team like the Celtics, who are looking to make a surgical strike for a specific need. It's a testament to how quickly the NBA landscape can shift, turning bitter rivals into pragmatic partners when the right opportunity arises. The proposed mock trade, a fascinating exchange of talent and future capital, aims to address the Celtics' critical frontcourt deficiencies while simultaneously accelerating the Nets' rebuild. Here are the full details. Boston Celtics receive. Nic Claxton Brooklyn Nets receive. Anfernee Simons 2031 first-round draft pick, top 10 protected. Let's break down this deal, starting with the Celtics' perspective. The acquisition of Nic Claxton is a masterstroke for Boston, a move designed to immediately bolster their rebounding and interior scoring, two areas where they are currently floundering. Claxton, a dynamic and athletic big man, has averaged a solid 11.1 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 1.7 blocks over the last 3 seasons. While he isn't quite the floor spacer that the aging Al Horford was for Boston, his skill set offers a different, yet equally crucial dimension. Claxton can anchor the paint defensively, providing elite rim protection and a physical presence that the Celtics desperately lack. Offensively, he's incredibly efficient, capable of doing a lot with limited scoring opportunities through lobs, putbacks, and opportunistic finishes around the rim. He's a modern NBA center, athletic enough to switch onto perimeter players, but strong enough to battle in the post. He brings a blend of defensive tenacity and efficient offense that perfectly complements Boston's existing stars. By bringing in Claxton, the Celtics are making a clear statement about their future. While trading Anfernee Simons, a promising young guard, is all but giving up on this season, a season already compromised by Tatum's injury, it's a strategic sacrifice for a brighter tomorrow. Imagine the Celtics hitting the ground running next year with a formidable starting lineup. Nic Claxton at center, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown on the wings, Derek White at guard, and Peyton Pritchard rounding out the backcourt. This lineup offers a potent blend of scoring, defense, athleticism, and shooting. Claxton's rim protection and rebounding would free up Tatum and Brown to focus on their offensive brilliance, knowing they have a defensive anchor behind them. White and Pritchard provide reliable perimeter shooting and playmaking, ensuring offensive balance. This isn't just about adding a player, it's about completing a championship-caliber puzzle, creating a balanced, versatile unit that can compete with the best of the best in the Eastern Conference and beyond. The strategic value of Claxton, a young, ascending big man for a team with a defined championship window, is immense. He fills a critical need, offers long-term stability at the center position, and allows the Celtics to truly maximize the primes of Tatum and Brown. Now, let's turn our attention to the Brooklyn Nets, who, despite the historical baggage of trading with Boston, emerge as significant winners in this mock trade. Even though this deal catapults the Celtics back into contention in 2026, correcting the original text typo of 2027, the Nets suddenly become a team on a rapid ascent. The return package for Claxton is incredibly rich, providing Brooklyn with a treasure trove of assets to accelerate their rebuild. First, they receive Anfernee Simons, a dynamic young guard who is showing signs of being a potential star in the right situation. Simons is a gifted scorer and playmaker, capable of creating his own shot and running an offense. For a rebuilding team, acquiring a player of his caliber with his youth and upside is a significant win. He immediately slots into their young core, providing another exciting piece to build around alongside Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas. His presence gives them a potent offensive weapon and a player who can grow with the franchise, potentially becoming a future All-Star. Second, the Nets acquire a 2031 first-round draft pick, albeit top 10 protected. While a protected pick in the distant future might seem less impactful, it's still valuable draft capital, providing another lottery ticket for a team focused on long-term asset accumulation. This pick adds to their already impressive collection of future selections, giving them immense flexibility in future drafts, allowing them to either select promising prospects or package picks for bigger moves. But perhaps the most tantalizing aspect of this trade for the Nets is the financial flexibility it provides. By moving Claxton, they would add an estimated $27.6 million in expiring salary. This massive cap space immediately opens up a world of possibilities. They could use this space to target big-name free agents in the upcoming offseason, players who could instantly elevate their roster and accelerate their competitive timeline. Or, and this is where it gets truly exciting, They could leverage this salary space to absorb a superstar's contract in a trade, making a win-now splash that could fast-track their rebuild. And speaking of a war chest, after this deal, the Brooklyn Nets would boast an astonishing 13 first-round picks to trade or swap. Let that number sink in for a moment. 13 first-round picks. This is an unprecedented amount of draft capital, giving general manager Sean Marks unparalleled flexibility to shape the Nets' future. With ample young point guards to spare and this immense collection of picks, the Nets can construct an excellent trade package for virtually any superstar who becomes available. The possibilities are truly endless. Could they use some of that capital to add another promising youngster like Jonathan Kuminga, further solidifying their young core with high upside talent? Or, and this is the dream scenario for any rebuilding team, could they make a truly seismic win-now splash for a generational talent like Giannis Antetokounmpo should he ever become available? The Nets have shown in the past that they aren't scared of rushing a rebuild, a clear indication that they are willing to be aggressive and opportunistic when the right opportunity presents itself. With 13 first-round picks and significant cap space, they would have the assets to make such a move, potentially transforming themselves from a rebuilding team into an instant contender overnight. This trade, therefore, isn't just about getting rid of Claxton. It's about empowering the Nets to dictate their own future, to accelerate their timeline, and to become a dominant force in the Eastern Conference much sooner than anyone anticipates. In essence, this mock trade is a rare win-win scenario, a strategic masterpiece that addresses the distinct needs and aspirations of both franchises. The Boston Celtics, despite their current struggles and Tatum's injury, can build a winner now for next season, solidifying a frontcourt and completing a championship-caliber lineup. The Brooklyn Nets, on the other hand, receive an abundance of options to shape their future, acquiring a promising young player, valuable draft capital, and immense financial flexibility that could allow them to rush their rebuild and emerge as a contender much sooner than expected. It's a testament to the intricate dance of NBA team building, where past rivalries can be set aside for future glory, and where a single, well-executed trade can fundamentally alter the landscape of the league. The controversial nature of the teams involved only adds to the intrigue, reminding us that in the relentless pursuit of a championship, every strategic advantage must be considered, no matter how uncomfortable the historical context. What are your thoughts on this bold mock trade? Do you believe the Celtics are making the right move to sacrifice this season for a stronger future? And could the Nets truly accelerate their rebuild with these assets? Share your predictions and insights in the comments below. And if you're as captivated by the strategic chess match of the NBA as we are, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest breaking news and in-depth analysis.